Hi, my name is Martin, I'm a photographer, and today I have this somewhat unusual setup here, which means that we're gonna do some gaming. But since I'm a photographer, it's not gonna be any kind of let's play, but I will rather approach gaming as a tool that can help you with improving your photography skills. And I'm also gonna have some fun, because gaming is always fun. To be clear, I have never been such a gamer. However, I've been trying out a few new games recently, and I have realized that apart from providing some stress relief or fun, today's games have a whole new potential. And I mean potential for us, for photographers. Many new games have recently started to include a so-called photography mode, which is a feature that simply pauses the game and lets you take in-game photos. And it's pretty awesome. Of course, I can't show you each game with photography mode on the market, but I will show you two games that have powerful photography mode and that I really like at the same time. So let's attach the trailer, start the engine, release the handbrake, and hit the road because the customer is expecting delivery soon. Welcome to Euro Truck Simulator 2, a 2012 game which has beautifully designed scenery, realistic trucks, and most importantly that photo mode which I was talking about before. I will not waste your time by showing you my awesome driving skills, but let's jump right into the photo mode itself. When I saw it for the first time, I was pleasantly surprised how many photographic options you have there. You can choose which focal length suits you the best, change the aperture, position, and so on. It means that not only you can practice your composition skills, but you can also test out how the choice of different focal lengths affects the appearance of the object. Or you can test out how a specific aperture affects the scene. Honestly, if I got a commercial jig to shoot trucks, I would be totally okay with starting Euro Truck Simulator 2 and trying out different composition scenarios and settings, because the photography mode here is that good. But now let's deliver the goods, and I hope that the client won't be too upset that I stopped by to take these photos. So that was Euro Truck Simulator 2, but I have also prepared a totally different banger for you. We will stay in the transportation field, but we will add another dimension to our photos. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking. First of all, I would like to welcome you aboard this Airbus A320. We are currently cruising at an altitude of 35,000 feet. And I'm just kidding, because being the captain of an Airbus A320 will probably stay in my dreams forever. But at least I bought this Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020, which is absolutely stunning simulator. And I also find it as a perfect tool for photographers, and maybe even better than the Euro Truck Simulator 2, which we were talking about before, because it just provides much more possibilities and opportunities. Just to briefly introduce the game, it came out approximately 2 years ago, and when compared to the other games on the market, it showed off one ultimate feature. Because when you play the game, you are located in the real world, and I mean real, because guys in Asobo Studios seriously took real world data and created a real copy of our planet. And I have even found my house in the game, which is absolutely crazy. But back to photography. I have to admit that there is no proper in-game photography mode like in Euro Truck Simulator 2, and of course you can always take screenshots, but when I'm talking about photography mode in the context of Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020, I mean it a bit differently. We have a realistic and detailed copy of the Earth, and we have airplanes, and we will be having helicopters too very soon. And I haven't mentioned yet that you can switch into drone mode, which is giving you even more options. Easily said, playing around with technical camera stuff is not the main goal here, but practicing composition, doing some location scouting, seeking for an inspiration, and simply discovering the real world is what I call a photography simulator here. For a better imagination, let me show you the usability for photographers in a practice. These are 3 photos I have taken recently in real life, and I know the exact geolocation, exact time, simply everything about the photo. And because of that, I tried to retake them in Flight Sim for some comparison. So the first one was taken close to Himalaya in Albania on the 4th of September 2022 at 6:40 am, and I set the in-game parameters such as date and time to the exact same values, traveled to the exact same location, and tried to find the same composition. And here we go, that is the comparison. Real photo on the left, simulator photo on the right, and I think that it looks pretty good, doesn't it? Honestly, I think that with some post-processing, the results could be even closer to the reality. Another example, again from Albania, I took this photo in the Ekerst mountains close to Montenegro borders on the 26th of August at 4:07 p.m. And I have to admit that the simulator photo from this location is a little bit worse than the previous one, but still, I guess that the result is not that bad. Here it is. Last comparison is from the Wallachia region in the Czech Republic where I live, and I took the photo on the 17th of October 2021, early in the morning, and now I try to replicate it in the Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. And that's it. Again, it's not identical, but the terrain, trees, road, everything perfectly at its place. Basically, the only difference is the length of the shadows of the trees. And I bet it would be even better if I had a computer that could run ultra high details in Microsoft Flight Simulator. But YouTube money are not a thing yet, so just kidding. But if you like this video, please leave the thumbs up and hit the subscribe button. Maybe it can help me with the ability of showing you the game in ultra high details in the future. Okay, let's rather somehow close this video in a clever way. As you can see, the possibilities are almost endless, and my mind can't understand how all these technological things are even possible. Of course, the results are not perfect yet, but they are already pretty decent. And these photo modes are definitely not a replacement for grabbing your camera and going out shooting, because going out shooting is hands down the best thing you can do for a photography craft, and no game or simulator can make it for you. But maybe look at those photo modes as a sort of addition to some basic photography practice methods that can enhance your photography game. And if nothing else, I bet it can show you that light and composition are the most important things in photography. Yeah, and that's pretty it. Thank you for watching, and again, if you like this video, please hit the like button, subscribe if you aren't already, and tell me in the comment section whether you use photo modes in games, or what is your favorite game or simulator with a built-in photography mode. I will be waiting for all your comments. Thank you again, and see you soon.